Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is CCS Season 2, Play Day number 2, Week number 1. We are super excited to have you here. Like always, I am joined by Mr. Talon.
Heyo.
And Mr. Foxay.
Escada.
Well, gentlemen, I would say that despite that being a little bit one-sided of a second map, I think Reverse, being a team that we've never heard of before, put up a pretty darn good fight. I guess maybe the second map wasn't necessarily their map, and like Talon was saying towards the end of that, they just got to take the hit and bounce back and learn from it.
Reverse definitely needed to kind of abuse those aggressive playstyle maps that they can get their picks with. So, but on Conslet, flip side, is the more tactical team. So I assume that they were gonna take that with no issue whatsoever.
Yeah. Now, before we get to this next match, I just wanted to go over a little bit of CCS related material. And number one is I wanted to point out the unsung hero of this broadcast. There are actually quite a few unsung heroes, as all of our staff is working behind the scenes, changing graphics, relaying information, doing band links. But I wanted to give somebody special a shout out, and that's Kaz Rep, our cameraman today, at Kaz Rep on Twitter, I believe. And he's just doing a great job. He did it last week. He did it this week. He's a volunteer, takes hours out of his week to be here and do the camera for us. So we just want to say, Kaz, we thank you very much, and we're super happy to have you here and very lucky. On another note, we appreciate you guys tuning in. CCS is a community league, and so if you feel so inclined, we have a merch store now. We do accept donations on Twitter and subs, and all proceeds gained from any of those revenue streams are pumped directly back into CCS to make a better show for you guys, into graphics, into the prize money that we offer to lure the good teams here to put on a show for you guys. That being said, a little bit of a plug there, but let's move into our next match, which pits Battle Buddy Tactics versus Reckless, previously Soar. What do you guys know about these teams?
Well, Reckless coming in here as the under the previous organization of SOAR, so that's why you might see some powerful names. And Battle Buddy Tactics is, again, one of those teams that I haven't heard much about, but I'm sure Talon can tell you a little bit about them.
Yeah, actually, they were in the previous seasons. They've been around CCS. And honestly, these five guys, they've been around for, such a long time. They've been together. They should know. They should have good communication. Honestly, these two teams, they're fairly even. I couldn't really tell you, oh, yeah, this team's definitely going to win, or, oh, yeah, that team's definitely going to win. I mean, again, they're two teams that have been mostly together. I mean, there have been some minor roster swaps, here and there, but the overall core of each of these two teams is fairly standard. There's nothing too crazy going on. So honestly, I like both of these teams' odds here in this matchup, and it's going to come down to those map bans.
Absolutely. So with that being said, let's take a look at our first graphic here, which will be Battle Buddy Tactics lineup. And today, I believe they're playing with Scissor, Prince Alley, DMR, Utility. Am I saying that right? Utility? And finally,
Utility.
Delta. I've heard a couple of these guys. They are, as you said, some Challenger League players amongst them. This current lineup, I know, is a newer lineup, I believe. And so I'm not sure if they've had the time to really get their communication down, much less strats. Do you know anything about these guys, fellas?
No, nothing too, new, nothing, new information, to put out there again. We've seen Goddess, we've seen Breezy, we've seen ZZ. We've seen these guys play in both Challenger and, CCS before. So honestly, it's really just going to come down to how they're doing this season. Whereas like in like the flip side match, I could say, yeah, flip side's probably going to win, just based off of, those individual plays. However, this one, it's going to really be all up to teamwork. It's going to be all up to communication, and it's going to be all up to strategy. Whichever team is going to have those three is obviously going to be coming out as the winner.
Absolutely. Well, the teams seem to be in the game, so we're going to get the band links out shortly. I wish we could tell you a little bit more about these two teams that are about to go head-to-head, but the truth of the matter is we know them a little bit. We know Goddess. I think a lot of people here know Goddess. She has a pretty big following in the social aspect. She's a streamer and from what I understand, has a really good following. But I do not know her as a competitive player, so I am very interested to see. And I'm not sure if a lot of her fans who might be here today have ever seen her in that competitive environment. So that should be an interesting deal. Let me get this centered a little better for you guys. But the bottom line is it's kind of a toss-up. Tell me if I'm wrong, Talon, but Battle Buddy Tactics is a Challenger League team, right? Or was this past season?
They, even if they might not be, in Challenger, or, even if they are, they're definitely a Challenger level, style. A lot of these teams in CCS could realistically compete in Challenger League, especially if it was an actual league format. So yes, they're definitely up there. And like you said, guys, has been around for just a little bit. So a lot of the viewers, I'm sure, in chat are there for it. Now, going on into the bans, it looks like have now started. Battle Buddy Tactics bringing out Clubhouse first. Nothing too crazy. Coastline, actually, very first ban from Reckless. That's an interesting pick. Usually you want to try and leave that Coastline, maybe later on in the bans, try and see if that other team is going to ban it. However, Battle Buddy Tactics immediately returns with Skyscraper. Skyscraper is kind of one of those maps. It's not very popular, it seems, among some of these lower teams. It has seen a little bit of playstyle up in the the higher leagues and pro league tier 1 sort of play. We've only seen it like once or twice in CCS season 1. It was very, very rare to have that. Next up is going to be Cafe from Reckless, followed by Battle Buddy Tactics banning Bank.
Yeah, of course. Now, I'm pretty sure, like I said, Reckless was under SOAR, and they've been in Challenger League since Challenger was a thing on PC. And I believe they only had one or two roster changes. So the reason why I think they might have banned Coastline is that's probably one of the maps that they tend to stray from. And then the other maps are specific target bans to Battle Buddy Tactics, because I think Reckless has been one of those teams that have been together for a while. I know Goddess, Powerful, and Breezy have been together for a while, and I'm sure they have the experience of playing on all these maps as a team together, and they know what they want to play. Now, into
and
the
DA
map
Fragger, thank you so much for the subscribe. Sorry to cut you off there. We really appreciate it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Into the map picks, Battle Buddy Tactics will take Border, as Reckless confirms Chalet as the second map, and the third map will be Oregon. Now, Talon, what do you think the results are going to be throughout this match, this setup, the series?
Honestly, from season 1, historically, a lot of teams actually didn't quite really win their ban, so it's going to come down to, I think Reckless is probably going to pick it up on Border, whereas Battle Buddy Tactics, it's going to be really close on Chalet, if not, maybe going into a little bit of overtime. And honestly, I think it does have the potential to go to the third map. If I had to try and pick one of these two teams, I'm going to have to give a slight edge to Reckless. They've been together for a while. They've been competing at that high level for, I believe, just a little bit longer. So, I'm going to have to give the slight edging to Reckless. If Reckless is able to pick up Border, I think they're just going to be able to 2-0 it. However, if Battle Buddy Tactics does manage something on Border, then they actually could also do something on Chalet. We haven't seen too much of them on Chalet, but I know on Border that I understand why it's their pick, and I understand why they let Oregon and Chalet through. However, just watch Reckless very, very closely, especially on Border, to see exactly how this is going to play out.
I definitely think that Battle Buddy Tactics is going to be able to put up a fight onto Border, but I think Reckless will come back like I hit you too and get Chalet, and then it'll go to the third map, which will be the side. That's what I'm predicting. Now, the game will be starting up soon with Reckless being on the defending side. Now, let's see who they pick. Nothing really too out of the ordinary for BBT. Well, there's going to be a Jackal there. Hopefully, they're going to be getting rid of the roamers below and try and get that main floor. Like the previous match that we saw, they were getting the reverse was getting the bottom floor, but they just weren't, they didn't have good time management. So hopefully BBT is going to have better time management. They have the Jackal for it. So hopefully they can remove the roamers and get into position better. Now, the match will be going on the way. I'm assuming they will be on the top floor. I'm not expecting anything too out of the meta for this first take. And hopefully, it's going to go as smooth as possible here.
Now, I'm looking at these operator picks for the defense, and we do have a Doc and a Mute. This is certainly very unusual. A lot of teams are opting, definitely not to bring Mute. And a Doc is, I don't know, a little bit questionable in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure, what the plan is, for that. However, they are reinforcing out Fountain, which means, yes, they're probably going to be playing it, and they're probably just going to be throwing the Mute. Yeah, just Mute inside of security, trying to slow down those drones a little bit. And then I honestly expect Breezy to just go ahead and run back to site once the time starts. They're obviously not saying, hey, we're just going to not play in security. We're going to give it to them. Well, actually, Breezy actually might just, play there for a little bit and maybe try and delay. Now, I don't actually agree with this. Whenever you have just a single person trying to hold a place such as security, it never really works out. He does kind of run over to Easters and put down another mute jammer. So yeah, those mute jammers are only for delaying purposes. However, I think that BBT should be able to see right through this. I don't think that that's really going to honestly slow them down all that much, especially because they have the Jackal. They can just track him, say, hey, he's not there. Oh, look at that. From the skylight, there goes Breezy to the hands of Scissor. Good job from him. Easy first pick for them. BBT, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are underestimating him.
I definitely think that was some good droning and good communication by the team. Something I did notice that Reckless was doing is they were reinforced the two dining walls where usually the mirror would be. And I think they have someone playing in there. Goddess is going to go for an aggressive pick, but get down by Utility, and Scissor will get that pick and finish her off, as he's going to be claiming the 2 kills in the round. Now, I'm hoping to see that. I hope he's like one of the players who ends up doing an insane frag count, like at double digits. I just really want to see something like that right now. But a minute is already off of the clock, and it's a 5-3 in favor of Reckless, as the Buck is going to open up the Mira, shooting ZZZ down a couple units of health. I don't really see Reckless kind of coming back from this unless they get a couple frags. Very limited time. Powerful is going to go for the play onto Scissor. Scissor's going to get unfortunately timed with the bar, but Powerful is going to waste the C4. Luckily, he gets it in time before Prince Owly claims his head. Now, a minute left on the clock, and through the floorboard, ZZ is going to get the pick onto Prince Owly, as he is going to look at Delta right in the eyes, but I guess Delta scared him, and he's going to kill ZZZ as Shlongi uses that ACOG, right, to shoot DMR down. It's a 1v2 situation for Shlongi. 50 seconds on the clock. Utility is going to be inside of the archives and claim that kill onto Shlongi, giving the first round to Battle Buddy Tactics. That was a pretty clean round from BBT. That they got rid of the roamers, they got into position at the right times. Nothing really out of the ordinary other than Reckless kind of throwing away a couple little lives, such as like Goddess running out, and I think it was Breezy being visible from the skylight. So
Yeah. So honestly, that does come down to Reckless just kind of getting picked off a little bit too early. They haven't quite set up that boundary yet. Especially when you're coming into the very first matchup of the second season here. They don't really know. What are their boundaries? What are the limits? Where can they get aggressive, and where do they have to try and play a little bit more passive? So that is definitely a clear example. Goddess, she just obviously ran out. They probably had a Valk cam out there, looking at the ash that was on that west balcony, but of course did not see the Blackbeard all the way back on that west tower. So that obviously punished her, and then the mute kind of got caught off in the middle of the hallway trying to challenge those south windows, which is honestly you should never ever be doing. That is super risky, and just should never be done. So hopefully they'll learn from those mistakes. Hopefully they'll play a little bit more passive. We also did see the Mira on the metal stairs was able to pick up the Buck, used the C4 to kind of finish him off, but from there just kind of played really aggressive on those metal stairs, had no control of the first floor, and obviously just got picked off for that. So if they can just bring it back, if they can just kind of play, bring it back into the site a little bit more, maybe even do a little bit stronger of a security hold, and I think that they'll be in a good spot. Now with that, Battle Buddy Tactics, good job, realizing, hey, there's a lot of weaknesses that can be exploited here, and we're going to make sure we do them. ZZ, of course, taking up that west tower spot that we did see the Blackbeard as well. I gotta say, I like it indeed. We did see actually a little bit of play inside of Fountain, so maybe not too much of a hold inside of security this time, but we'll have to see exactly. Whoa, Breezy getting aggressive here.
Hey, he's
Holy
already
crap, he's ready to go.
He's going to be running into security. He's going to come into contact with Scissor, but he's going to get the insane flick onto him. Scissor kind of looking stunned again. I don't know if it's what's going on, but that's 2 times where I've seen one of the BBT players just kind of look lost. Utility is going to get the trade frag onto Shlongi, though. bringing the momentum even. Ash is going to open up right below where the Bandit's going to be tricking, just to, you know, give some, scare him a little bit. We'll call it adaptation, but Powerful is going to be coming up to the wall with a nade. The team is, honestly, Rocket, Reckless, it is playing really reckless right now. They got all of the, you know, fraggers that you would see in a ranked game just kind of sprinting in. They got positioned super fast. Breezy, not sure what quite he's opening right now. Oh, he's opening up the dome wall. It looks like they're going to be kind of, I'm confused on what they're doing, but they're playing super fast, super aggressive, and I think that's what they need to be doing right now. They're opening up the mirrors. It's honestly, I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm just this round is going way too fast for me to comprehend. Now they've slowed down. They're holding angles, trying to see if they can get a pick on anywhere. Prince Owly is going to be coming into contest with Goddess. A couple of shots going to be shot. C4 is going to come out. Is it going to connect? No. No damage, but Prince is going to drop down safely. That's a good play from him. A minute ticking down as they do get dome, and it doesn't look like BBT is kind of contesting for anything right now. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they're kind of just getting position. But Prince is going to be coming up those main stairs. They're just holding for flanks right now. Goddess is right next to him. I wonder if they're going to contest each other, and it's just going to be like timing. She's going to run away, but he is going to have that hole who's going to see into dome. 40 seconds. Time is ticking down, and a team kill from Breezy onto Powerful. Oh no, this is not what they need to be doing. Breezy is going to jump into the dome. They have 2 players in dome and 1 holding the hall. Archives, Utility is going to be behind. A team flash is going to come in, but the bomb is behind. ZZZ gets the frag. DMR is going to run up, but get picked up by Goddess. Goddess is going to run in, and shots from Utility are going to be coming out, but smoke is going to block off Utility from being pushed. The bomb is going down. Shots are still going around. Utility is going to run over, but Goddess is going to give him the hands, and Delta, the last one alive, bomb is down. Breezy managing to run out. ZZZ still behind, holding the flank, and Goddess is going to get the frag on Delta, who picked out. Now the round goes to Reckless, 1-1. That was an insane round. Super aggression first, and then it slowed down, and then aggression right back.
I gotta say, there's a couple of things I noticed there. You know, one was that Mira actually had a deployable shield instead of a C4. You know, if he had a C4, could have maybe C4'd over and gotten a double kill onto the planter and the person who was covering him. That's kind of questionable, especially because you didn't even use a deployable shield. So that's just pure utility that got wasted there. Not really agreeing with that. However, we did see Reckless. I mean, they got really, really aggressive. You know, they were Breezy just in their face, just 100% running down that hall, just doing this and doing that, and over here and over there. And I like what he's doing. You know, he's going and he's a good player. You know, he's one place to another, and he's doing all these different things. And I'm honestly surprised that Reckless was actually able to do all of that. You know, we did see at the beginning, like the first half of the round, they got control of security. They were able to open up, you know, that box wall. They were able to open up all the mirrors. But then from there, they didn't have a thermite to really get into that box wall. So they made the conscious decision to say, hey, listen, we don't have the utility to get into this box wall safely, so let's make a rotate around. And that's exactly what they did, and they rotated around into office, and that is just so smart from them to say and realize that there's no point in them trying to push it. They had all this map control. They basically had most of the first 4. I mean, we did see the Valkyrie get to rotate down, and went through the hatch after throwing the C4 into the hall, which of course did not connect, rotated around, so she was kind of like out of the picture. They had everything upstairs, they had office, they had security, they had so much control, and I really do hope that BBT doesn't really give them that as a pattern here. They really need to be trying to play aggressive. Both of these teams now have decided that they don't want to play into security. However, in my opinion, and watching a lot of these other teams, it is just so important. Shlongi able to pick up Scissor off of that ACOG angle. What a great job from him using that Doc to his advantage. You know, we were, of course, kind of, you know, dogging on Doc pick a little bit. You know, don't really agree with it. I still really don't. You know, honestly, you can do that pick with, you know, anything else. However, they have decided to drop the mute in favor of what looks to be a Valkyrie. So good job for them, able to pick it up there. Whoa, Utility able to punish that off of ZZ. That was a little funny. He was just trying to be cute, you know, just going up and down, and then he got spammed right through the floor. Good job from
That was a beautiful shot from Utility.
Yes, indeed. Now, it looks like we did have ZZ and Breezy both inside of security. You know, however, there's really nothing happening from that. You know, they're not really getting pushed. They need to move off of it. Looks like Goddess is going to pick up Prince Owly, and that brings it to a 3-on-4.
Yep, the round is slowly going to be ticking down here. Half of the time we're going down. Goddess slowly making rotate holes downstairs. And like you said, the Doc, I mean, yeah, it's good for the ACOG and the pick, but now what use is there of him? And speaking of utility, your homeboy Utility is going to be on that window where she was on the last time, just holding down the position, cutting it off, kind of making Reckless think that they're going to be going for a dome take. See, there's two members of Reckless occupied onto that dome and archive side, and Goddess is just going to run out to try and get a pick, but Utility is going to knock her down to looks like around 20 HP, and they're pushing this Blackbeard when they don't have to. The team is nowhere near there. Breezy throwing away his life, but Powerful will claim the head of Delta, and in my opinion, it's just unneeded aggressiveness from Reckless. They were playing super aggressive on attack, and it might work there, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work here. So 2 men up for BBT, 3 for Reckless, but as I say that, Shalongi gets taken down and DMR gets taken down by the hands of Utility and DMR. They do have sight. Goddess is away. It looks like she did get reset. 30 seconds on the clock, but bomb is going down. Goddess is going to come in contact with Utility and get taken out. That was some great Blackbeard play from him. And honestly, it just looked like BBT was kind of trying to throw off Reckless, and that's what they were going for, but Reckless gave them the opportunity to kind of push sight and take lives, and they just kind of gave sight, and Goddess was never really helping. And I know she's kind of top fragging for the team, but as a roamer, you kind of have to know when you should be in sight and when you should help your team, or when you should flank, what you should do, and she was kind of just roaming around the floor. It's not the main cause of why they lost the round, but in my opinion, it was a big part of it.
I completely agree with you there. And you made a good point. Towards the end of that round, it was basically like a 4-on-2. And we just saw them push that Blackbeard for no real reason. The Blackbeard's going to sit on AC, and he's just going to be there. And there's really nothing you can do other than to get a C4 out on him. Yeah, sure, you can try a cheeky run out. But if you don't already have those windows primed, why are you even trying to go for it? You need to be trying to find those flanks. Honestly just need to sit in sight. Because they have to come to you and they have to be the plant. When the plant goes down, that's one member of the attacking team that's kind of out of the fight, and that's when you can try to make your move. That's when you can try to be aggressive. However, we saw the smoke try to run out the front or out that archives door. He probably got spotted. He made a ton of noise doing that because that door was closed. So when he opened it, it was so obvious what was happening. So Utility was able to easily punish that, and that smoke that close with a shotgun. That is exactly the counter that they needed to a Blackbeard hopping in that close. And it's just the second he died, that was honestly the round in my opinion. Really just need to bring it back a little bit. And it goes back to what I said in the first round. They just need to realize, okay, where are their boundaries? Where can they get aggressive and where can they not? However, it's going to be the team that realizes those boundaries first is the ones that are going to really win it. Once again, Breezy's kind of chilling out on these east stairs, and maybe we'll even see him run up this hallway again like he did the last time.
I don't know why both teams aren't really utilizing the servers and CCTV and break room area. I don't know if they're trying to switch up the meta, but that hasn't been used that much. And the Goddess, trying to get some wall banks. It looks like they're going to be taking like maybe a quick archives. I remember back in the day when my old team used this strat. They have Blackbeard and Ash both on vents, kind of holding an angle. I believe they're going to be opening up the back archives wall and try and go for a quick plant. And Shlongi is going to kill Delta, which is their Mira, which that's a C4 down that they could have used to thrown over. Breezy's already going to be inside a dome. Shoot some shots at Utility. Utility's going to get wall banged a little bit, but he is still going to be alive. Breezy's going to forget about him and try and open up the wall as Utility kind of pushes out to see if he can get a kill. He is going to blow all of his ammo out, but he's going to make it into Fountain securely. Now, things are slowing down a little bit. Utility's going to be into contact with Breezy. Both hit down to 50 HP, but nobody dying yet. Smoke's going to come out and take him down, force him out the window, but Powerful is right there, and he's going to down Utility and take him out. But on the other side of things, Prince is going to take down Goddess, and Breezy is going to take down DMR, who was flanking. So now the man count is in favor of Reckless. They're slowly taking sight. 1 minute left. Prince is going to be coming up onto the flank. The bomb's going down from ZZ, but he is going to stop because the drone did call out. Scissorly is going to be shooting a couple shots, and Prince is going to be in contact with Powerful, but he's just going to leave. ZZ is going to shoot, but going to miss. Scissor's going to take him down, but Breezy is going to trade his friend out and redeem him. Prince is alone here, pushing into the... Oh, but he just saw him and he turned around. Oh, no. But he's going to take him down. 1v1. Powerful doing the mighty flank coming up the main stairs. Hopefully there's no Ella charges there, because that will give away his position. He sees the red footsteps. He's going to see him and take him down. That is a beautiful 1v1 situation from Powerful, making it 2-2 in favor of Reckless.
You know, honestly, that round was just kind of all over the place. I feel like for both teams, you know, one was just kind of pick back and forth, but then there's just a lot of disorganization, especially from the attacking team there. You know, Reckless, they were just so close to losing that round when they really should not have even had the opportunity to lose that round. You know, when you're in that 3v2 situation and you know a roamer is off site, why not just go in for the trade and try and get the plant down? Either get the plant down or try and push across for the trade. You know, pick one. Don't try to do this cute, oh, I'm going to be planting. Oh, now I'm not planting. Oh, now I'm planting. Oh, now I'm not planting. You know, just try and, you know, say, hey, listen, guys, we got 3 people. I get that the Jackal was underneath, and that's fine. However, when you got the footsteps off of Valkyrie, just let her go. Honestly, she's just going to be running around. She's going to be scared. Maybe put a few bullets downrange at her, but then from there, just go help your team. With 2 smokes, so you could have smoked off the site, could have gone for an easy plant. It ended up they won anyway because of a lucky 1v1. However, you know, BBT very well almost brought it back, and that would have been a huge upset with them. Right now, we're sitting 2-2. Once again, we've seen Reckless just kind of get a little bit too aggressive here and there, and they honestly, they've been playing a very aggressive playstyle through and through. I don't think we've really seen them kind of chillax once, and I think BBT is going to start getting clued into this if nothing starts changing. You know, if Goddess, you know, doesn't run out, we'll see about that. Same exact stuff over on AC. Like, you can't be pushing that Blackbeard. I think we saw Schlongy got a couple of kills on Blackbeard from AC as well. You know, once again, so just both these teams need to realize, hey, these are the angles that we can't peek. These are the angles we're going to get punished for, and then just not do them. You know, go from there. Once again, we're not really going to be seeing any sort of stuff over by security, I don't think. I think, again, it's just all fountain-based. So the team that brings the Thermite, which is, of course, now BBT, they very well could see an easy pick. Looks like ZZ Prince Owly with a C4 kill. That is interesting. Using those Valve cams. Where was that? Must have been out on the west
at the front door, probably. But again, that's a Twitch going down. Not too useful. But Breezy's going to take Sledge, which is the 2 nades that they only have. But again, he runs outside and gets hit down. Like you were saying, it's just they're being over aggressive when they don't need to be, and they're being under aggressive when they need to be. They got the 2 picks. Breezy made it out with his life. Very little of his life, but he made it out. So they should just go into sight, hold some positions, and just chill out, like you were saying. And right now, Breezy's going back to sight. He's probably going to get reset. But if he goes back out, it's going to be a mistake. Because right now, BBT is scrambling to trying to figure out what they're going to do. Breezy's getting reset. As I said, ZZ is going to be pretty much alone here. Powerful is going to be on the mirror, but he can't really assist him if ZZ gets pushed. The Thermite's going to be looking to make a play here. ZZ's slowly rotating, and Scissor's going to be coming around to help his teammate out. Now, someone will get detected outside. The C4 will be with. Powerful's going to be outside by himself. He's going to push, and again, he makes it out by the skin of his teeth. Oh my god, Utility's going to throw a flash, kind of blind him, but there's no pushes behind the flashes, which is kind of upsetting. But Goddess will peek out and kill Utility, but Delta will get the trade onto Powerful as ZZ gets the trade onto Delta. Scissor's going to get ZZ and Goddess. That was a great play. He got the same flick as he did last time. Does a little 360 as he reloads. 1v2, 50 seconds on the clock. It's going to get zapped by ADS. He doesn't have the diffuser. He has to go outside. He's trying to make sure that everything's clear. He's feeling a little stuttery, a little antsy right now. He's got to get the bomb, and from here on, he just has to go into Armory and try and plant and push his way through, which it looks like what he's going to be doing. But Schlongy is going to be there behind the Mira. I wonder if he's going to try and contest this. He knows that Schlongy is going to be there, but this is not a fight you want to be in. That's right. He's going to try and bait out Schlongy as Breezy is going to be below with the pulse kind of scanning him, but I'm pretty sure he already used a C4. As Schlongy's going to wrap around and kind of outplay him and kill Scissor, getting the round for his team 3-2 in favor of Reckless.
I gotta say, you know, BBT, the fact that you're letting all this aggression go unpunished is definitely hurting their game right now. You know, we've seen that Mira just ran across, bro. You're a 1-speed, and he manages to run across from box into security and not die to that. He took a little bit of health, sure, but the fact that he was able to run across to the Blackbeard on that West rappel is just absolutely insane. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that you've actually been able to make that happen. Maybe you might be able to scoot away with a 3-speed. You might be able to get by. However, that is just absolutely crazy. BBT, you have to be expecting this. Okay, we're now what, 5 rounds in? This is the 6th round. Guess what? Their play style. They're playing aggressive on both defense and attack. You have to be ready for it. And you have to be saying, all right, guess what? I'm going to watch the angle while you do what you need to do. That's to his teammate, of course. And then guess what? That instantly shut down that aggression, and that's going to easily get those picks. The very first round, we saw Goddess do a run out, and that got punished. But now, all of a sudden, later in the game, BBT has kind of fallen off that aggression. Now, say what you will, but maybe Reckless is just figuring out, where can they be more aggressive? Where is BBT not watching, or where are they not ready for it? That very well could be, a possibility, and I'll give that to them. Good job on that if you are, looking to find those exploits, because you're doing it fairly well. However, BBT, they're just playing a little bit too passive. They just need to be ready for that aggression, and then honestly, I think they'll be fine for the rest of the map. With that, like I said, round number 6, we're gonna see Reckless is up by 1.
Reckless is being very overly aggressive, and like you said, BBT is being very passive. And it's the thing that they're playing way too passive. Like, the Blackbeard was on that ledge, but he just wasn't peeking anything. Now, I really hope that BBT is able to, contest this, because they're watching, like, they're able to see that Reckless is taking everything in record time. And it's not because they're out droning them or outplaying them. It's because they're just giving them position. They were just able to take East stairs so easily. They put barbed wire there to stop them, but Breezy and Powerful are already still in, and Utility is already down from Goddess on the window with the Blackbeard. That's a good shot from her. She has a suppressor on the... Oh, boy. She has a suppressor and the SR25, which is not what you normally see on a Blackbeard, but she did down someone, so hey, maybe it works for her. Minute's already down, and I guess the barbed wire has spooked them a little bit because they haven't been as fast as they normally have, but they do have this east side, and it looks like they're, again, going for the Archives take. So, Talon, what does BBT have to do here to kind of outroot Goddess and her team's take right now?
Honestly, I'd like to see, trying to keep down that office control a little bit longer. Historically, they have just been kind of giving it up. And we do now see, the Mute, he has decided to rotate into office, and that's perfectly fine. Breezy from underneath is going to pick up Scissor. Like I said, office is going to be the super, super critical, hold point here. And if you are unable to hold office, that's honestly just going to be the round. There is a Habana, there is a Yinx. Longy gets into office, is going to go ahead and pick up that Mute. Honestly, this is going to be the round. I think all of the rest of BBT is just going to go ahead and fall apart here. Really quite unfortunate, because they had a good setup. However, it looks like Goddess is also inside as well. Utility, the only one, he's going to get picked off. It's just picks after picks after picks, and a 5-on-2 now with a minute left remaining. It's going to be all to DMR and Delta. It's just going to be super tough. Goddess, that is such a weird sound, I gotta say, as he picks up DMR. It's going to be all up to the mirror left, and Breezy's just going to go ahead and run in and get the knife. And oh my goodness, pick after pick after pick. BBT is just not ready for it. The Mute got caught off guard. Mira's getting caught off guard here. So many different things, and it all stems from not having the right control inside of office.
Breezy just smacked them across the mouth, and looking from something where your Blackbeard is disadvantaged with kind of, I would say, like maybe it was a rank setup, but it looks like Reckless is kind of taking advantage and kind of having like some fun here with Goddess picking up the Capcan. I don't know if she's going to stick on it, and Powerful picking up the Frost, and ZZZ onto Chonka. I'm really hoping they switch, but if they do pick this, it would be quite a meme. Now, 4-2, the round, it looks like they're going to stick with it. They're kind of having fun. I think they have the confidence right now. They have the momentum. They're kind of like laughing in their voice chat, and they're just like, guys, come on. There's no way we lose this. We got this site. Let's just play like how we normally play. Let's frag out, and that's really what's winning them the game. I don't think it's their strategy, their outplay potential. I think they're just outgunning, outshooting, and out aiming the other team, and they just have great, chemistry. Like if ZZ looks at one angle, Shalongi has the other. They just have some good they fall off of each other really well. So right now, BBT just kind of has to drag themselves out of this rut, and Utility and Scissor being the ones kind of leading the charge is just something that, they need the other players on the team to kind of help out a little bit, in my opinion.
Exactly. So this is the meme team, I gotta say. They will be holding from above with the Capkin, and the Lord himself is going to be sitting up in the half wall area. I'm surprised they still brought the Ella in this sort of situation. Ella's just kind of, unpickable. You have to just go and do that. But BBT, I'm sure they will realize what is up fairly soon. And honestly, at this point, they just need to do a quick rush. Just do a 5-man rush down into bathroom. They have almost no utility by bathroom. You can just push right on through. No castle. They do have the Ella, which is going to be playing super aggressive in that hallway. We'll get a trade. However, that is not something you want if that's the Ashe. That is Ashe for an Ella, so you can consider it a good 1-for-1 trade. However, if you're BBT, you need to get those opening picks, and you need to be able to hold that. So Goddess Breezy's pushing up into the hallway, looking just a little bit of bullet fire. Nothing is going to be hitting, though. Neither player able to hit their shots. I'm just waiting for a Capcan kill because they obviously are not going to be ready for it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting indeed. As they now have office control, there's a lot that BBT can do from this.
Definitely. Time is ticking down, but of course, when you get a trade like this, it's always in favor of the defenders because, they have a man down that's able to drone and search everything up. But as I say that, DMR takes down Breezy, bringing it back in favor of the attackers in a 4-on-3. Now they know they have a Capcan because they shot one of the drones before, and Goddess is behind the Archives wall. I'm not sure which gun she has, but she does have a deployable C4, and all 4 members are going to be here with a utility going to be in the hallway holding down the position, and Goddess is going to wide peek, and she is going to get shot down by Goddess with the shotgun silence. 3-on-3, she's going to keep getting flashed with the Ella on her, but she's going to drop down into the bomb site, and ZZZ is going to be here with the Chonka turret. Oh my god, it would be great if he got a kill right now. They don't know he's there. Oh, it's going to be unsuspecting for DMR, but they are going to run away. This is such amazing timing for them. They still haven't noticed. Goddess is going to get the pistol kill onto DMR. The clock is running down. They have Blackbeard and Thermite, but there's not much they can do with it. Utility is going to claim the head of Powerful and bring it down as Delta's going to open up the wall. 30 seconds ticking down. Utility is going to hear Goddess kind of running around. They're just trying to open up as many sight lines as possible before they take anything. ZZZ still up here, mounted on his turret, praying to God he gets someone. They are going to be coming out the front door, but they're not ready for Goddess, who's going to be hiding in this awkward angle. The flash is going to come in. The cam's going to see them, informing Goddess that she's there, and he's going to come in with his back turned, and Goddess is going to slaughter Utility, leaving Delta all by himself in sight with 10 seconds. ZZZ above him. Goddess wasting the time. He doesn't know. 6 seconds left. Bomb's going down. ZZZ can just easily look above him, and he will knife him, putting a 6-inch blade through his body, giving the round to Reckless. And that is 5-2 in favor of Reckless, getting the win on Border.
I gotta say, if you're on the receiving end of this sort of lineup, yeah, it can be very disheartening. Don't get me wrong here. But with that said, you gotta admit, if you're going to get memed, then there has got to be some flaws that you need to fix up. Did they not even realize Chonka was in there? Did they not properly drone it? Do they not even realize, hey, we need to be opening up all these angles when you're going for an archives that push above, get someone on AC. If you have someone on AC, that would kind of totally deny that, because in the end, Goddess had a shotgun. And when you have a suppressed shotgun like that, the time to kill is just so extraordinarily high that you should be able to easily punish that just based off of pure fragging alone. And a lot of that did kind of come down to battle buddy tactics. Got a little bit too passive. They're honestly playing very scared against a team that I know that they can definitely take rounds off of it. It was 2-2 at one point. They had it. They were right there. But unfortunately, it just didn't quite pan out. So with that, we will be going on to a short break. Stick around for map number 2. Map number 2, I believe, is going to be Chalet. Chalet is going to be Reckless's pick. Stick around.
And welcome back, everyone, to the second match of the second day of CCS. Now, we're going to be going into the same series of Reckless versus Battle Buddy Tactics into the second map of Chalet. Thank everyone for waiting who has been here and people who have just joined. This is the match we're going to be watching. How are you feeling about this map, Talon?
Honestly, going into Chalet, you got to really kind of wondering, was that last meme round really, affecting Battle Buddy Tactics, or were they kind of ready for that sort of style of play? Obviously, they didn't win, so they weren't ready for it. But, are they going to let it get to their head? I don't know, and I don't think anyone can say unless you're there and listening to the comms. With that, honestly, Reckless, they have a lot of experience on Chalet. It's one of their, more popular maps. That's why they picked it. I don't know. This is going to be really, really tough for BBT. They have to learn how to handle that aggression, because if they thought the aggression on border was bad, just wait until you see Chalet.
I'd like to just recap over the map bans that we went over. So, do you think that Reckless, by banning Coastline, banning Skyscraper, those first maps first kind of baited BBT into picking the border and picking the maps that clearly, and banning the maps and picking the maps that clearly that Reckless is just superior at or have been ready for?
Yeah, for certain that Reckless definitely, won that map ban phase. It's so important to be able to have a wide map pool. And I think that they honestly just tactically banned Coast, Cafe, and Console. It's kind of hard to get some aggression on those. Console and Cafe, a lot of that aggression is just running out. That's what. So they want to just stay away from that a little bit. They want to be able to really stay dynamic. With that, we're into map number 2, Chalet. We'll see exactly how BBT can respond. They had a little bit of time to think it over. When are they? What are they going to be able to do? They will be starting downstairs,
Oh.
which is definitely, I would say, an attacker-sided site. It has been proven. So the fact that they wanted to start on such like an off site like this definitely surprises me. What do you think?
Correct, but I'm pretty sure that Reckless was expecting them to go into Kitchen Trophy because there is a fuse coming out from Powerful, and they haven't brought a Thermite, so it's going to be limited to just a Hibana. And with the new update that Hibanas are now banditable while they're going off, this is going to be really hard to open up the garage. So what I'm thinking of them, what they should do is take the top floor and take the main lobby and try and use utilize the hatch, utilize the fuse to push back and try and get a plant down. But I definitely think this is an attacker-sided map, because it's definitely hard to roam without running out. But if they have a comprehensible bandit who can, do what he needs to do well, and have Prince and the roamers that they have up there holding up the top floor, securely, then I don't think there's any problem coming out.
Exactly. You can use that fuse on that main lobby there and fuse down into Wine, so it's not a complete wasted pick here. But I agree with you. Looks like ZZ is going to start off this game by picking up Scissor on BBT. That is definitely not good, especially onto Ella with less than a minute down already. Schlongi is already inside of Blue, so he's going to be kind of taking the attention of those site players. They might not be on cams as much as usual. However, Prince Ali is going to be looking for a quick flank. Not going to be able to see anything just yet. However, the rest of Reckless does have tons and tons of map control. I feel like Prince Ali's just going to get caught out here, and look at that. He's getting ready to be shot down. He has now been called out. We should be seeing a collapse, and that, just as I said
Oh,
it,
no.
Goddess comes up from behind with that suppressed SR-25. I gotta say, I have never seen that, but it seems to work. And look at this. They're already going to be trying to execute with 1:45. You can see they've got that Ying ready to go. They're just clearing out all those ADSs. They got the smokes, but are they going to be pre-droning to find that bandit? Here comes it in the flashes, and the diffuser does drop down into sight right behind the bomb site. However, it's not going to be able to go down yet as Breezy pushes around and picks up DMR, picks up a second one. His utility is able to pick up a smoke, and there you go. Breezy's able to pick up a 3K to finish out that round. That was quick.
Yeah, and just like the fuse, raining down on Breezy as he just kind of made that plow through. And something I really like that Reckless is doing is, if you noticed, I'm pretty sure it was Schlongi on the Ying was already down blue tunnel, and they had two people, Goddess and Powerful, holding the angle to make sure no one could flank him, and holding that angle as they had ZZZ pushing in from another side. So I really liked how they put a man in a position that's super deep into sight and just all like kind of help to watch his flank and get the hatch and kind of hold him down, because usually you'll take the upstairs first and take everything periodically before you go into the blue tunnel. But they did it successfully right away. They got down the roamers. That was, first of all, great pick from ZZZ, and great damage done as Goddess, got the trade frag with the silenced SR-25. And it was just it's just a super clean round from Reckless, and Battle Buddy Tactics is kind of just giving them position. Nobody contested blue tunnel. Nobody contested the hatch. The roamers upstairs kind of didn't push anything. They just kind of sat there and got pinched. It was just a rough a rough scene for Battle Buddy Tactics right now. But the second round is going to come up, and they will be on attack. Maybe they can make some magic happen and bring it back, especially since Scissors has this magical unicorn charm.
I like that little charms there. Charms for good luck. You know, we have seen kind of like the 8-ball has been used to be pretty popular. It looks like DMR is going to start things off by picking up CZ. However, a double run out from Goddess picks up Caesar and DMR, and you cannot let that happen, guys. Come on, if you're going to be on that rappel trying to get up and into master, you cannot leave that door wide open. You have to be either putting a claymore. Look at that, Delta has a claymore. You could have just put a claymore on that. That would have been an easy kill, and that would have prevented this sort of off play. You know, ZZ did. Oh, look at this. Now the claymore's coming in.
At least it's there now.
Yeah, too little, too late. Unfortunately, in this sort of situation, Goddess is still just going to be kind of lurking around in this big garage, and honestly, that has got to hurt BBT. You know, as I was going to say, you know, before all this, oh, Goddess, she's really trying to waste a bunch of time, but finally a collapse happens from Utility as he comes in from trench door. It looks like to finally get the collapse. So now she's out of the way, brings it to a 3-on-3. However, that's the Buck and the Ash in a trade basically for Valkyrie and Ella. Definitely worth it. Breezy is able to pick up Prince Owly. There it goes. The Thatcher. This is just not around. So, you know, if I can say what I can say, if you guys would stop shooting each other. I was going to say, you know, BBT is definitely very passive. You know, they're playing very afraid. They're not afraid to, you know, try and hold things. Utility's going to pick up Breezy, but he immediately gets traded back. I love this counterplay. I love the trade picks coming up. It's all going to be up to Delta. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yep, he is going to get the hatch to try and cause some confusion, but time is slowly ticking down and he doesn't have much to play with. The trophy window is still closed. He has one drone to kind of scout out the two players, but they can still move. They're currently shooting at them. I believe they have a cam or some type of information on where he is. And he's just slowly trying to use his drone to see if he can find both of the defenders. But like I said, they can just move around and Schlongi positions himself smartly and correctly to counter the hatch. Powerful is just going to be holding the double doors, but Delta's going to jump out and break the window, notifying them where he is. Now they both run to the window and hold it down, and Schlongi gets the kill onto Delta, giving the round to Reckless, making it 2-0 in favor of them. Now, I just wanted to point out that it did go in favor of Reckless, but that first pick, I am not a fan of how ZZ put his life out there just so Goddess got the kills. Because even if Goddess did get the kills or if she didn't, that's still ZZZ kind of risking his life. Now, I like that he kind of shot some shots and dragged the attention to them, but I was not a fan of how he like lingered and tried to get the kill. And that's something I'm seeing from Reckless a lot, is that they're recklessly playing to just get the frags. And I think that's what's winning them the rounds, because BBT's trying to outplay them.
Yeah, and you know, you're gonna it's just realistically that, and it's to be expected that when you're trying to play this aggressive play style, you're gonna get, you know, kind of picked off like that, trying to, you know, just try things is what it really comes down to. So it doesn't surprise me that ZZ was trying to do something like that. You know, maybe that was the play. Maybe they threw a Valcam out and they knew that two people were on rappel and they just, you know, said, hey, Goddess, I'm gonna distract, I'm gonna throw away my life so that you can get the picks. It is a very risky sort of play to try and do, because again, if there was a claymore down or if there was someone watching that door like there should have been, that would have been it. Like you're done. Like you cannot counterplay a claymore. You know, yeah, sure, you could have opened up the door, seen a claymore, and then thrown an impact, but by then it's just way too late. Everyone's gonna be looking at your door. So I mean, again, we need to be seeing BBT ready for that sort of aggression. You know, they played an entire map. I think they went 7 rounds on border. Every single round, yeah, every single round they played aggressively, and this has just been, you know, no different so far. So a little bit of Reckless, they're just kind of getting a little bit warmed up there by the campfire, just get going. I gotta say, that is certainly a strat that I have never tried, but maybe it's gonna become meta. You know, you never know.
Especially with the way Reckless has been playing from last map, I'd assume that Battle Buddy Tactics would be assuming all the runouts, especially, you know, knowing that they have the Ella, who's such a monster as soon, like, since she was released with 50 bullets and the amount of utility she has. But Breezy is going to claim Utility's life, who isn't able to, like, abuse the Ella's utility. And that's just their rummer down the drain. And Utility and Scissor are the ones who have been doing work. And as I say that, Scissor gets the kill onto Goddess. That's the Blackbeard gone. So they aren't going to have position holding. But Schlongi is going to be inside of Trophy and get the kill onto Delta. And ZZZ is going to pick up through West Main on Prince Owly. Now, it is in favor of the attackers. 4 against 2. They still have a ton of time to work with. DMR is going to get the frag onto the Twitch as bomb is going down. They have the positioning, they have the angle, they have the sight. They don't got to do anything. They don't got to overextend. And this is where I hope a team like Reckless, who has been constantly aggressing, takes the time to settle down. And they are going to have ZZZ in the jungle spot in West Main, and he's not going to be seen. He still isn't going to be seen. As soon as DMR spots him, ZZZ cuts off his head, and Schlongy kills Scissor, getting the round for Reckless. You know, that's exactly how I wanted them to play it. They're just super passive, super smart. They had the player in West Main who can tell if they cross. That was exactly how it needed to be played, and this is what makes Reckless a team that's better than the rest.
Yeah. And honestly, there's a fine line between just pure mongoloid and ranked play and calculated aggression. A lot of this coming out of Reckless is calculated. You know, don't get me wrong, a lot of it is definitely kind of off the wall, but therefore they're still looking for those picks. You know, they're still looking to get those smart aggressive plays and not just doing everything aggressive. You know, if they were just trying to play ranked, you know, we could have seen those last 3 guys just kind of run around. Because remember, in a 3v2 situation, with the diffuser down, it's still possible. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely still possible for those 2 guys to try and make something happen. A little bit unlucky there, you know, here and there, you know, just individual picks. So again, really just going to be coming down to, honestly, Reckless is just more confident. You know, they finished out the last map confident, and they're coming into this map just as confident, if not more. You know, they're up 3-0. There's not that much that they can do. However, I got to say, if there is a round that BBT is going to come back, it's got to be this one. That downstairs wine site is very, very difficult to hold against a team that, you know, is calculated and knows what they're doing, especially because now they have the Thermite and the Thatcher. With just a Thermite and no Habana, they could get battery tricked. However, it's not really too big of a deal to get that bandit off, or even potentially even rotate around to the other site or to the other side. But this is really critical round. You know, honestly, this is where BBT can win it. Maybe we'll see a comeback. If not, I think that's going to be at 5-0.
I totally agree with you. Honestly, like, it's just like the last match. Once you get that first match, the first aggression, you get that confidence. And clearly we saw them in the last match. They were kind of picking Kapka and Silencer. Goddess is so confident and bold to pick the Silence SR25, which you almost see never used in on a Blackbeard. But it's just showing. Their confidence is showing. And I would assume against with Battle Buddy Tactics, if it was maybe like a more experienced team, they'd be able to abuse that confidence. But Scissor pushing in and getting the kill onto ZZ, but it's the Valkyrie, so as long as his cam's already out, there's not much lost, and he has wasted a minute, so he has done his job as a roamer. Now the siege is slowly starting. Ooh, as Delta claims DMR's head, and he and again the over aggression, Schlongy is gonna get killed by utility, making it in favor of the attackers. Now BBT is putting up a fight here, but they have the Echo Charge. Echo Charge they have the Ella. I think they can stall it out, and how it's going, they're kind of droning out the site. They're making sure it's clear to go for plant. They don't. Reckless is playing super smart. They don't have to go for the play. They don't got to do anything. They have the Echo Charge, the Echo Drones, kind of the Roomba, kind of cleaning the floor over there, and they're just kind of giving them the position to plant, assuming that they're putting a lot of faith in the Echo right now, which I personally don't think is a good idea, but the plant will be going in. There's nobody really to contest. Powerful is not moving the Roomba. Scissor is slowly moving up, and they just get the bomb plant as BBT is all the way in position. Goddess is going to push up. Breezy claims the head of Scissor, but she's going to throw her charges out there to try and get kind of a notification on when she's supposed to look. But they just have the positioning. Flashes are going to come out to stall back. They're pushing for absolutely no reason as Breezy comes out from the flank from behind, and Goddess picks up 2, and she's going to run out and finish off Delta. No. That's not at all what they should have been doing. Oh my god. Wow. Goddess is going to pick the defuse up, getting the round for her team. 4-0 in favor of Reckless. And you just got to be thinking, like, how far can you throw this game?
Wow, that was I don't even know what to say other than, did you not expect them to run out there? The one run out, the one singular run out that you can possibly do to win in a 3v3 the plant down situation is the one run out that they use to win the round. I'm sorry, what? Guys, put a drone. Just watch it. This is just so disheartening. They had their round right there. I was like, yes, they EMP'd the yokai drone. There's no way to stop it. The Ella is so far away. She can't stop the plant with her charges. Like, come on, guys. Like that is just so disheartening for them. I don't think that there's anything they can do. This is probably going to be it here. Unfortunately, that was their chance. Like I said, that is going to be the site that is going to be just so powerful for the attackers there, and they had it in the bag. Fortunately, they just didn't quite make it happen. They didn't have any smokes to go for the plant, but they kind of got lucky there, in my opinion, that they didn't get spammed and that they didn't have a mirror there. Oh my goodness.
That's something I don't really understand. They had 4 people, 3 of them outside of the garage and 1 main stairs. Scissor was main stairs. He had absolutely no reason to push down the stairs, but he did and got taken out by Breezy. And then they had 3 people, and the bomb's right next to the giant thermite hole that was created. There wasn't like an edge where he can plant in the corner, and I'm so confused on why all 3 of them were just still pushing and trying to get kills and trying to make flashy plays. I don't understand. They should have just held. They had a Thatcher, and at the end, you even thought you saw the Thatcher wide peek in to the garage when he should have been watching the flank. He should have been watching that run out. And that run out, he didn't have to get any kills. He just caused a distraction, and Goddess just ran out and slayed. She got the first 2 kills and then finished off the thermite with her pistol. Now, if that's not called throwing, then I don't know what is. So,
yeah, and it's just really unfortunate. BBT, they obviously, I mean, they've played at this level before. They should know that they have to be ready for those runouts, or else they're just going to get punished. And that's exactly what happened. And it's just so unfortunate because, like I said, that Thatcher, oh man, you really need to be watching those runouts. The Ash, you hit it like nail on the head. You can't be pushing down that main stairs when you have the plant like that. Just watch the flank. Your team will thank you for it. Slongy's already going to go ahead and hop on in. As powerful is going to start out the hope, maybe potentially final last round, but at C4 gets a double kill, and all of a sudden BBT in spectacular fashion might actually just pick up this round. It's going to be all up to Goddess with that suppressed SR25 as Prince Ali goes and picks up 2 of his teammates. Wow, what a turnaround. What a fantastic C4 from him, able to really bring back and turn around the round. That's definitely a play of the week, I gotta say.
All it took was 1 C4. I saw it at the beginning of the round. Delta was downed in sight, and then all of a sudden DMR was also down. But Goddess is going to jump in here, and Prince Ali is going to take her out. I'm pretty sure that's an ace for Prince Ali. If I'm not mistaken, he got to 2 C4 kills, killed a down player, and then killed Goddess. I'm not exactly sure, but that was a stunning play from him. All it took was 1 player, and we always talk about how the game is all about teamwork, but sometimes an individual play like that can save a round. Now, that did save him from match point, but it's still 4-1 in favor of Reckless. And the defense is a favored site. They already won the basement, which means they're going to be in trophy. And it's a scary feeling to know that that Reckless has everything they could have to win this round, and you have to do everything in your possible ability to take it away from them. So, in my opinion, if they win this, I think they could tie it up and go to overtime. But if they lose this, then yeah, it's over. I mean, of course it's over if they lose this, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Momentum change is a hell of a thing, Fox. You know that. I know that. Everyone that's played at that high level for such a long time knows that. And this is just one of those things that, Reckless has to be careful about. They can't let it get to their head. Okay, yeah, they got around. They hit, Prince Ali had a good individual play. That round, I feel like Reckless just kind of got a little reckless, if you don't mind me saying that. It's because, they didn't bother taking maps. So they didn't bother on the hatch. They didn't bother pushing the guy out of kitchen, which allowed that C4 to be so close. Prince Ali was able to play up in kitchen, was able to get close enough to throw that C4, and in a perfect world, in a realistic situation, you really should not be allowing that. I think Schlongy also just kind of hopped in, really too aggressive. He was down at like 1 HP, just kind of laying there in the barbed wire. Not much he could have done. Instead, of, saying, hey, let's just go underneath, let's go above, let's take it like normal, let's just take it slow, let's finish out the game. They just got a little bit too aggressive, and they did get punished for it. And I'm glad that they did, because it just kind of goes to show, if you're not calculated on your aggression, then you can definitely still lose rounds very, very quickly, faster than you think. Utility's going to start it out by taking down ZZ. ZZ again, once he's been picked off very early of several of these times, as DMR comes up again with a 1-on-2 powerful. This is that momentum shift that we're talking about. It is just so deadly if you're not ready for it.
Goddess is going to jump down here, but she is going to take down by Scissor. And
what are you doing?
I can understand your frustration, Talon, because then I don't understand in what world that would be tolerable. And Breezy's also going to jump down. They aren't going to be here, but I'm pretty sure Delta knows that he is fallen. Some trade's going to be there. Delta is going to be taken down to like 20 HP, but Breezy is still going to be there, alive and powerful. Not kind of contesting, just he's going to jump out and try and get a pick onto Delta. He is going to shut him down, but again, that's just leaving. That's just the Hibana, who has like ultimately no use after she's opened up the hatch, which she has. And I don't know, it's just watching this is very frustrating. But Scissor is going to be able to take down Breezy, and this is what Battle Buddy this is what Battle Buddy Tactics needs. But Schlongy is going to take 2. This is why he's famously known for picking Doc. It's all about that ACOG, and he is going to be hiding in sight with a minute. He is in a 1v2, Blackbeard and Thatcher alive. That's going to be difficult for him because Blackbeard, of course, has the face shield, but they are spread out on either sides of the maps. Prince Ali is going to pick up the bomb and try and see if he can make a way to his teammate. It looks like they will be going for a double doors take, as Schlongy is stuck inside, and Utility is going to take him out as soon as he peeks his head around the corner. And that is going to be Battle Buddy Tactics showing some life in this match. 4-2 in favor of Reckless.
So there was 4 individual instances that that Reckless just I don't even know, like they just got way too aggressive, honestly. So we had ZZ once again getting picked off at the very beginning. That can't happen, dude. Like, you cannot be peeking at an angle. I think BBT might be finally starting to wise up to some of this aggression. They're not going to let some of these things happen. ZZ immediately gets picked, followed up by a drop, like a drop into like big garage with a rook shotgun. Listen, I get you're trying to have fun, and I get that this might not be like super serious. Maybe you're not trying to show some strats, or you're trying to like save something for later. I totally get that, but at this point, when you're up 4-0, you just got to make sure to finish it out. I mean, we've seen in Pro League, you can come back 4-0 and you can win. That happened to the Brazilians. It's happened to so many teams that it's a serious deal. It's a big deal. Making sure that you can't do that. Now, if there's any round that this is just going to go ahead and get closed out, it's going to be now. Reckless on the attack. Last time we saw them down attacking this basement stairs, they went really heavily into game and bar side, and then went for an easy, real quick push. With about a minute left, that's pretty substantial, I gotta say. But it's going to be up to BBT. Are they going to be ready for it? Are they going to try something a little bit different? Maybe that roam game can maybe clean it up a little bit. Last time we saw Scissor and Prince Ali got immediately picked off, which is just really not really ideal. So hopefully they might stay either closer to site or maybe even just closer together. Might be a little bit better.
Yeah, in my opinion, I definitely think that Reckless right now is showing a ton of signs of disrespect in BM because from the first round when they picked Capcan and everything, but right there, Goddess was picking Doc Shotgun. And I know it could be used just like when England used it at LAN, at Cologne LAN last season. But in my opinion, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're picking that, you're kind of trying to like disrespect. So Utility is going to be taking down ZZ, which is their Ash, but DMR is going to get downed and removed from play from Breezy, and that's their Bandit. So hopefully he has all his Bandit charge down, but that isn't going to stop them because they are going for the dining and they are going for a wine closet take. There is going to be someone upstairs in the master bedroom, but they are aware of it. 2 minutes left here. Goddess is going to be holding the angle. She's playing a little more serious now. Drones are going to be coming in and taken out right away. Utility is in a great spot to stop this, especially with that wall being opened and the smoke. He can just turn around and mow with the shotgun, but Buck's going to be opening up the side where I assume he'd throw a nade. just trying to get rid of ADS right now. I'm really hoping this nade comes through. That's what it looks like it's going to be doing. Because if Buck isn't able to get rid of utility right now, it's going to be really difficult for Reckless. And the nade, yep, is coming out. Hopefully utility is out. He is no damage taken. So he is going to be safe here. Schlongy is going to come across, but he's going to get down. But the nade is going to hit him in the mouth, and utility is going to be taken down by the nade. Still even man count, 3 against 3. But Jaeger, Prince Ali is going to sweep across and take down the diffuser as Breezy jumps down and gets Prince Ali. 2 on 2. It's quite a fight. Jelta's shooting some shots against Breezy as Goddess is going to go getting bomb, and Scissors still across helping his teammate, dodging the Claymore by a hairline. He can get a beautiful flank right now. If he looks right down at Goddess, she's planting the bomb, but bomb is going to go down. He's going to jump down. He's going to see her. Oh, but he's going to miss so many shots. This is why Ella has 50 bullets, but she is going to claim the kill. Goddess removing him from play. Delta against Goddess. They're both at the same health. Goddess is full prone here holding the angle, and Mira just needs to bait him out. That's what he's doing. She doesn't seem to be phased. He's honestly going to have to probably peek her. There is going to be some contact now, but Goddess is going to get the flick onto him and claim the win for her team right there. 5-2 in favor of Reckless. That could have been such a good round for BBT.
Yeah.
But I felt like the shot calls were just like a couple seconds late.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was one really critical battle there that I think it really just kind of came down to is that Jaeger inside of that wine closet, not able to get the frag onto the Buck. You know, when you have someone right on the opposite side of your mirror, that is your battle to win and your battle to lose. Like you have to, you know, try and take that. If you lose that fight, that's going to be it. Unfortunately, left the mirror just too far away. Also, that Ella just not being fast enough on that flank really kind of resulted in the end. And I gotta say, GG to Reckless. They obviously have some things to kind of clean up, but if they come back and they keep this sort of play style going, they'll definitely they'll see some success in the future. I'll say.
What a game, boys! What a game.
Yeah. And in conclusion, this has been the second day of CCS. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in, and to the subscriber who has subscribed. The next cast will be on a Wednesday, if I'm sure. Hopefully we'll see you all there. And
yes,
thanks,
Wednesday
everyone.
at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. And we got some big matchups this week. You can see our full season schedule over at ccsesports.com. So you could go follow your favorite team, see when they play. Guys, at FoxA_R6, is that right?
Yep.
And at Talon_Merc, is that right?
Yes,
you
indeed.
guys have been seeing it pop up on screen all day. Go give those guys a like and follow on Twitter because they've done such a fantastic job. We thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Tight Angles here with Fox and Talon, and we'll see you on Wednesday. VODs will be available on YouTube over the weekend just in case you miss any action. We'll see you next time.
See you around.
Later.